Just as we can get a lot of use out of plus for one or more copies, sometimes it's nice to have 0 or more copies. So we'll introduce the star regular expression for that. You can convert between the two of them. If you wanted 1 or more copies of A, you could have A followed by 0 or more copies of A. Some classes or texts will teach the star first and then move on to the plus. We teach the plus first because it's more common for specifying Python and JavaScript. So now the plus, the star, the question mark, the open square brackets, the closed square brackets, they all mean something special in regular expressions. They help us denote sets of strings. But what if the string I want to match is actually just a plus sign? How do I do it if plus means 1 or more copies of what came before? We need some way of saying, no, I really mean it. Actually plus, not 1 or more, just plus. We're going to solve this by using something called escape sequences. But before I get into them, let's introduce them by way of analogy. In Python, you can declare a string using double quotes or single quotes. So if you want to have a constant string that reads, P&P is Jane's book, if you use single quotes, Python will get confused because you have one here, and one there, and it will think your string ends at the E in Jane. No problem, you say. I will just use double quotes. That's what they're there for. But what if you want to include quoted dialogue in your string? So now I want to say, I said P&P is Jane's book. So now I'm using both the single quote and the double quote for their actual meanings. What do I put on the side? Well, Python will actually let you bypass this by using triple quotes. But what if I really wanted to have triple quotes in the middle too? We can't do this forever. Well, it turns out that if I just put a backward slash, a backslash, in front of a quote or a double quote or whatnot, Python will treat it as being part of the string and not as being the end of the string. We're escaping out of treating quotes as string delimiters. So this is Python's way of saying, no, I really mean it. Actually have the quote there. Now, when you actually go to write this down in Python, you may not get different colors or different fonts, so this may be a little hard to read, but it does work. I can use these escape sequences to literally write down a special character. The backslash is sometimes called an escape character, and the two of these together are an escape sequence, a sequence of characters that are treated as if it were just the double quotes, just a single quote. Note that Python is throwing away this backslash. You won't actually see it. Just to show you how this sort of thing plays out in Python, I've written down 2 different versions of P&P is Jane's book, one using double quotes and one using an escape sequence. We're going to print out both of their values and then check to see if they're actually equal. And in fact, they are. Even though we entered them slightly differently, Python treats them both the same internally and indicates that they're equal. Here's one more example of this time with a double quote being escaped twice. And again, the 2 strings are equal under the hood as Python deals with them. Turns out that we can do the same thing in regular expressions. Suppose you want to find the string plus plus. This regular expression, backslash plus, has 2 escape sequences, and it finds only the string plus plus.